So it's been a long time coming, but finally Amiibos have arrived. So I thought I'd just have a little go, have a little play with them, show you how they work, and see how we get on. So you can see the Amiibo I've got so far. I've got Samus, Mario and Link, and they're very lovely in their packaging there. But of course if you want to play with these things you have to take off the packaging, sadly. But that's the way things go. In terms of their size, I didn't really have too much to compare it to, so here is our Pomeranian towering over Link. So first up we're going to use the Amiibo with Mario Kart 8, and I'm going to use my Samus figure on the Wii U gamepad and see how that turns out. So if we just put that to the little area on the gamepad, Mario Kart 8 has picked it up and it's given me a new Mii suit. Fantastic, what more do you need? So to access those suits you just need to, when you're selecting your character, go to the Mii Amiibo icon and then you pick your Mii and then pick your suit. And there you have it, a Link Mii, complete with the suit, complete with the specific bike and all the other paraphernalia that came with the new Mario Kart DLC. And we're of course driving around on the Hyrule course, which is absolutely fantastic if you haven't played it already. Now onto Hyrule Warriors, and this one's a little bit different. So every day you can put up to 5 of your Amiibo figures up to the gamepad and you get different items. So for example you get 1 rupee right there, as I've just done. Let's see what happens if we try the next one. 50,000 rupees, excellent, that's even better than 1 rupee. And if you put the Link figure on for the first time you get something else, and you'll get the spinner weapon, which is quite a devastating weapon, but we'll see that in a second. But what happens if you put one on that you've already put on already that day? Well, it tells you already, and just try again next time. As for that spinner weapon in action, you can select it as normal from your normal weapons. And then once you go into the actual level, it's pretty crazy. It's not only the weapon, it's kind of a way of moving around, and it feels quite weird, it's quite unwieldy. But it's an interesting weapon, it's a nice little extra to have for the game nonetheless. Finally, it's the one you've been waiting for, and that is the Amiibo access on Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Now this is the probably most expansive use of the figurines so far, and to access them you go into Games and More, and there is a Amiibo option. So if you go into there, like so, you'll be prompted to touch your Amiibo onto the gamepad itself. So if you just do that, you have to hold it for a little while, but after a while your Amiibo will be brought into the game, and if you use it for the first time it'll ask you if you want to register it, and from then on you can actually start customising your Amiibo character if you're using games. You can give it a different colour scheme, you can give it a nickname if you want to. I'm unimaginative, so I've just put my name for now, to be honest. So once you do that, it'll create your Amiibo character for use in game, and you can also train it up by feeding it the equipment that you get throughout the game. It's the same stuff you can use to customise characters normally, only you can use it for your Amiibo, and that's a one-time use as well. Once you start feeding it items, you can't re-equip them or assign them to anybody else, so make sure you know what you're doing when you're doing this. You don't want to use equipment that you wanted to use elsewhere. Much like the other customisable characters, you can also change the special moves as normal, but you start off with the pretty much nothing you can change at the moment. Once you press OK to that, you'll be asked to write to the Amiibo just by touching it on the gamepad once again. So you just do that one more time. Make sure you don't move it too fast, otherwise it will corrupt data. You do not want that. Sometimes can cause you a few problems. So to use your Amiibo character in a normal Smash game, you can just touch the Amiibo onto the gamepad as normal and it will pick it up, and you can fight that Amiibo. Initially it starts off at level 1 of 50, so it's pretty useless, but as you start fighting it, it begins to learn skills, it begins to level up and become a far more fearsome opponent. You just need to write after each battle and your Amiibo is ready to go for the next fight. So that's it for my little Amiibo roundup of sorts. I'm quite pleased with the figures so far. They're actually pretty good quality. I was actually expecting something a lot worse, hearing scare stories online like the the double cannoned Samus and swords falling off and the like, but actually they're pretty well designed. They look really nice, and they're going to have a nice little spot on my display case as well. And they give you some nice little bonuses for hopefully many more Nintendo games to come in future. So I'm pretty pleased with my Amiibos. I'm sure you will be too. They're out right now, and there'll be plenty more out there in future as well.